Hope you people are doing well. Welcome to today's session, children. Today we will continue our lesson, A Hero from Unit 6. In the last session, we read the half part of the story. Do you remember it? Yes, I know you must have remembered that. The story is about a 5th class boy whose father wanted him to be brave. Swami's father wanted to inspire his son to have courage. So he read an article from the newspaper about a brave boy who fought with the tiger. Swami's father asked him to prove his bravery by sleeping alone in his office room instead of beside his grandmother. So get ready with the textbook, children. Page number 88. Let us continue our lesson now. Swami was very scared. He did not want to sleep alone in his father's office room. He pleaded to his father to allow him to sleep in the hall, but his father refused. Swami said that his office room was very dusty and there may be scorpions behind his law books. But father was in no mood to accept any of his excuses. He said that he can sleep on the bench if he likes. Swami's father asked him to keep the lamp burning in the room as he has to learn not to be afraid of darkness also. Swami very humbly requested his father at least to keep the door open. Father agreed, but at the same time he warned him that he should not roll his bed and go to Granny's side at night. And if he do so, then father will tell this to his teacher and all his friends and make him a laughing stock. Swami was pained and angry. He did not like the cruelty his father was showing. He cursed the newspaper that had printed the tiger's story. He wished that the tiger had not spared the boy. The night advanced and the silence in the house deepened. Swami's heart began to beat faster. He remembered all the stories of devils and ghosts he had heard. He was almost faint with fear. How often had Chumamani seen the devil on the banyan tree at his street end? And what about Mumisami's father near the river edge? The devil slapped his cheek when he was returning home late one night. And so on, his thoughts continued. He was faint with fear. A ray of light from the street strayed and cast shadow on the walls. Through the stillness, all kinds of noises reached his ears. The tickling of the clock, the rustle of the trees, snoring sound, and some vague insects humming. He covered himself so completely that he could hardly breathe. Every moment he expected the devil to come and carry him away. There was an instance of 4th class boy of his school who suddenly disappeared and was said to have been carried off by ghosts to Siam or Nepal. Swami hurriedly got up and spread his bed under the bench and crouched down. It seemed to be a much safer place. He shut his eyes tight and encased himself in his blanket. Unknown to himself, Swami felt asleep. In his sleep, he had a terrible dream. A tiger was chasing him. Swami tried hard to escape, but his feet could not move. He tried to open his eyes, but his eyelids would not open. He groaned in pain. At last, using utmost efforts, he opened his eyes. He put his hand out to feel his granny's presence, as was his habit. But he only touched the wooden leg of the bench. At once, his lonely state came back to him. He shook in fear and closed his eyes. He heard a little rustling noise in the room. What could it be? Thought Swami, and slowly opened his eyes. Something was moving in the darkness. Swami lay gazing at it in the horror. He was certain that his end had come. The devil would soon pull him out and tear him into pieces. Swami thought, what is the use of waiting then? As it came nearer, Swami crawled out from under the bench At once he clutched its leg and dug his teeth in. There was a painful cry. Ayyo, something has bitten me. Then there was a heavy tumbling and falling amidst furniture. A thief has entered. It was not a ghost, children, but a thief has entered into the house of the Swami, and the Swami thought that it is a ghost, and he clutched its leg, and unknowingly he caught a thief. Everyone in the house was awakened by the loud noise. In a moment, father and a servant came running with a light. Both of them fell on the burglar, who lay amidst the furniture with a bleeding knee. The next day was a day of congratulations for Swami. His classmates looked at him with respect. His teacher patted his back for his courage and bravery. The headmaster said that he was a true Scot. Swami had bitten into the knee of a notorious housebreaker, and the police were grateful to him. When father returned home from club that night, he asked about Swami. Swami's mother replied that he is already asleep and warned him not to risk his life again. All right, pamper him and spoil him as much as you like, the father mumbled as he walked away to his room. Swami was following the whole conversation from under the blanket. He felt a great relief to hear his father giving him up. So children, I hope you people have enjoyed the story. Now it's time for you to take down the homework. Write a description about an act of bravery that you or your family member have shown at some stages of your life. Thank you.